Riff Hamlin here from Blues Guitar Unleashed. Welcome, and thanks for joining me today. Today's lesson, we got a burner. I won't lie, this is going to be faster than most people can play. That being said, it's a great Gary Moore lick. I stole it from a turnaround in the song Stormy Monday from one of his recordings. It's a great opportunity to maybe learn some new fingerings, to see how you may have heard me talk about flurries of notes that just sort of, particularly in a slow blues, this is a great example, just kind of bombarding notes, just bleh, all these notes come out in a big hurry, and then you kind of have to stop and figure out where you are, wait for the band to catch up, however you want to look at it. So I thought I'd go ahead and show you this lick. You can obviously play it slower. You don't have to play it as a flurry like this, but it's got some great fingering. It's got some really classic blues rock stuff. This is what blues rock guys do to get all these notes to come out in a hurry. So I can at least expose you to it. Maybe it'll take some time for your fingers, to be able to make these kind of moves at this kind of speed, but at least you can get a little bit of a start on it. I sure would have loved this stuff when I was a kid growing up trying to learn this stuff. So I'm hoping that at least we can open your eyes a little bit. All right, let's check it out. Now, right off the bat, if you look at this and you see, okay, it's in 12/8 time, and the first 3 beats are empty of the measure, and they really, really are. That's the 1 chord, and then he goes to the 4 chord, and then after the 4th beat of the measure, all of these notes happen. And then he's kind of there when the beat goes, when beat 1 comes around. Okay, so it's really just, there's no counting involved. You just got to try and spit these notes out as fast as you possibly can. So we're going to start with the 5th fret, the C bending on the 3rd string. And our this is a standard common lick you should know right here. All from G minor pentatonic. So we're bending that 5 on the 3rd string up, grabbing the D at the 3rd fret and the G at the 3rd fret of the 1st string, right? And then back to the 3rd fret D on the 2nd string. So again, that's one of those moves you ought to be able to do. Now you'll notice I kind of drag my pick through. Some people like to alternate pick. Some people are pick draggers. I'm a pick dragger. Neither one is right. It's just one of them works better for you than the other, so be aware. And then I've got that F pull off to D, 6th fret to the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, down to the C, the 5th fret on the 3rd string, back to the D, and then I'm going to again kind of roll my finger down to the B flat, the 3rd fret on the 3rd string, and when I strike that, I'll hammer onto the C and back. You don't really, like I said, there's no time here, right? There's no counting. It's vomit this out as fast as you possibly can. However, you do want to play it at a consistent pace. Okay, so even if you're playing it really slow, you do kind of want to keep it consistent. Notice I made them all 30-second notes for a reason. All of those happen at about the same pace. So we've done that much. Down to the G at the 5th fret on the 4th string. I'm going to roll up with my finger to the C again, back down to the G, up to the B flat at the 3rd fret, back down to the G, and strike the G again. Hold it for just a little bit longer, right? And then that quick little B flat to B grace note. And he does get a little vibrato, if you can get it. It just goes by kind of in a blur. There's no getting around it. It's very fast. Up to full speed, it's at the limit of what I can play. Like, I don't, granted, it's not a lick that I created, so it's always, when I'm learning somebody else's lick, it's often difficult to match the speed on the really, really fast stuff. it's easier for me to go fast, and you may find the same thing, that it's easier for you to go fast when it's something that you created and occurs naturally for you. When you're trying to memorize somebody else's stuff, and it takes a little bit more time sometimes to get it right up to speed. So keep in mind that this is something that you definitely may have to work for. But it's a great lick. It's a very cool idea. You could, like I said, you could totally slow this down. You know, and it could be nice and slow. I could still have my jam track going. That would work, and it's not nearly as fast. Or again. Right, you can kind of change around the timing or come in earlier. Or maybe even in time. You know, you kind of double up some of them, but there's definitely some options there. So don't feel like you have to always play this exactly as it's put in front of you. It's still a great lick, no matter how you choose to approach it. All right? So, hope you enjoyed that. Play around with it. Have some fun with it. You know, try and put the boosters on, see if you can get the speed up, and hope you dug the lesson, and I will see you soon. Take care.